If you're having trouble with mathematics, numbers getting problematic, don't you panic. Check MathWiz, the best math tutor on the planet. From fraction to algebra, simple maths, add up some trigonometry into that. Learning math is fun with MathWiz, and that's a fact. We're rooting for you.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another MathWiz Academy lesson. I do hope you will find it useful, as well as I hope you have been sharing with your friends and you have subscribed, as well as if this is your first time watching a MathWiz Academy video, welcome, and I hope I'll see you in other videos. Now, we're still on solving linear equations and we're still going through the build-up. So it's going to be 7 parts before we get to like the complex ones. So if you go through these 7 parts, you should be able to follow very comfortably and confidently while I'm doing the complex questions, right? So for this one, we're going to be looking at how to change multiplication to division when we take it to the other side. But there is 2 foundation concepts that we need to have in mind, right? The first one is that numbers or letters beside each other mean multiplication. So what do I mean by that? So for example, when I see 2x, right, a number beside a letter, without there being a multiplication sign in between them, I am supposed to know that it means 2 times x, right? As another example, if I see 3ab, there is no multiplication sign in between them, but because I know numbers and letters beside each other in this way with no sign means multiplication, I know that this means 3 multiplied by a multiplied by b, right? So that's the first thing we need to know in order to attempt the questions in this video. There's another skill, so let me go ahead and present that. Okay, so the next skill or the foundation concept that we want to have in mind for this video is that fractions are used to represent division, right? So if I have a fraction a over b, it means, or rather another way that I can say it or picture it in my mind is a divided by b. So for example, if I have 4 over 2, it might be useful to look at it as a fraction, or you could also think of it as this means the same thing as 4 divided by 2, which is 2. So for these videos, we might find it useful to imagine that our fractions actually mean the same thing as division. Okay, so now that we have those 2 things in mind, we are able to go ahead and attempt the questions for this video. Okay, so let us say we are given 2x is equal to 6 and we need to solve for x. Now, I mean, just because we are starting the videos, we will do it with all the steps, but eventually you won't have to put the multiplication sign. So the first thing I'd want to do is to rewrite this so that I can very clearly see that the 2 and the x are being multiplied. Right, so for this video, we are focusing on how when something is multiplied, when we take it to the other side, we divide. So because I have established that the 2 is being multiplied, when I take it to the other side, I will want to divide. But I just told you that fractions represent division. So when you see a teacher put it below 6, this thing here, 6 over 2, right? Or the fraction 6 over 2 is still saying 6 divided by 2. So the idea is that the 2, which was previously multiplied, is now being divided, right? And so x would be equal to 3, right? Because in our minds, we're saying that's the same thing as 6 divided by 2. All right, let's try another example. Let us say we have so in case I'm not seeing the multiplication, I very quickly say, okay, I know that numbers beside letters mean multiplication. So if I need to see it clearly, So if I need to see it clearly, I rewrite it as 3 times x is equal to 18. So at that point, I see that the 3 that is multiplied, when I take it over, I am going to divide, right? And 18 divided by 3 is just going to give me 6. Right, so the most important thing is the procedure of the idea that this 3, which is beside, we understand that it is being multiplied. So when we take it to the other side, we divide. So I will allow you to try one. So of course, you can pause the video, go back, watch it at your own pace, watch the steps. Some of your teachers may tell you that you divide both sides by 3. It's the same thing. However, you know that with the Matthews method, we focus on making things simple. And so we just want to focus on what we do to the other side. So I want you to go ahead and try. In this case, you'll be solving for y, right? Because your teachers can use any letter. So I don't want you to get too comfortable with just the x's. Right, so for the first question, the x was on the left. So after we try this question, we're going to go ahead and look at what if the x is on the right. All right, so provided you have gone through this question, let's look at the solution. So you would say 4 times y is equal to 12, and therefore the 4, which is multiplied, when we take it across, we will divide. All right, so 12 divided by 4 is going to give you 3. Okay, so we've done those. So let us look at some more examples, but this time, what if the letter is on the right-hand side? So what if we have 18 is equal to 9y? So it's the same exact procedure. We just want to make sure you're comfortable regardless of how the examiner or your teacher may put it on a test. So this is still interpreted as 9 multiplied by y. And since the 9 is being multiplied, when we take it across, we divide. Right, and 18 divided by 9 is 2. All right, so I'm going to do another one. And then I will give you one to try. So if we have 20 is equal to 5x, so I would start off by rewriting it as 5 multiplied by x. Since the 5 is being multiplied, when I take it across, I will divide. And 20 divided by 5 is going to give us 4. All right, so to end this video, let me give you one to try on your own so that you can pause the video, go ahead, ensure that you've mastered it. So on your own, so let's even switch the letter. Let's go with T, right? So let's go with T, because again, they can use any letter and ask you to solve. So let us say we have 10 is equal to 2 times T, or 2T. All right, so this would be 2 times C. Since the 2 is multiplied, when we take it across, we will divide. All right, and 10 divided by 2 is going to be 5. All right, so we've looked at what happens if something is being multiplied and you need to take it to the other side. We looked at the letters being on the left versus the letter being on the right. I do hope that you found this video useful. Be sure to share with your friends and to subscribe. Leave your comments below. And until next time, I continue to root for you, and I will see you in the next video.